Good morning, students. Today we will discuss the lesson number 1 from grade 9, that is matter in our surroundings. Okay, what is the matter? And it will be present around you, on our surroundings. Each and every things or objects which are available around you, they are made by some material or substance. That material substance, the scientists has a name given the name that is matter. Okay, see what today we will see that. Suppose as we see, look our surroundings, we see the large variety of the things with different shapes. There are the different type of the objects present around you. They have different shapes, sizes, and the textures. Everything in this universe is made up of the material. Whatever is available, the things, they are made by the only made up of the material. We scientists have name given the name that is matter. Suppose we can take the air we breathe, then the food we eat, the stones, clouds, stars, plants, or animals, etc. Even the small drop of water also we are considered as a matter. Everything is a matter. We can also see as we look around that all the things mentioned above, whatever we discuss here, all that mentioned, they occupy the space. Suppose you can take the chair also, table also, then the water also, anything, they occupy the space. That means they have the value. Okay, suppose you can take the only chalk also. Chalk contain the some material. Okay, they contain, that is called as a matter. Actually what contain inside the table, inside the chair, inside the chalk, okay, inside the stone, inside the, suppose the air, food, they whatever the content, that content is called as a mass. Okay, that means each and every matter have the mass and the volume because they occupy the space and they contain some material inside the matter, that is called as a mass. Okay, since early times the human being have been trying to understand their surroundings. Early Indian philosophers classified the matter in the form of the five basic elements. In early philosophers, the Indian philosophers classified all the matter which is present around you or in the universe. They made by basic five elements. What you call that is a Pancha Tattva. Okay. For example, which are the Pancha Tattva? That air, earth, fire, sky, and the water. All that are called as a Pancha Tattva. In Marathi, it is also called as a Pancha Mahabhuta. Okay. According to them, everything living or non-living thing was made up of these five basic elements. Whatever the living things, non-living things, they are made by that basic five elements, that is called as a Pancha Tattva. Ancient Greek philosopher had arrived at the similar classification of the matter. They also arrived at the similar classification of the matter. But in a modern day, the scientists have evolved the two type of the classification of matter based on their physical properties and the chemical properties. Okay, let us discuss one by one in this topic how they are classified on the basis of physical properties and the chemical properties. In this topic, the point number 1.1, that is the physical nature of the matter. Okay, actually nature of the physical, the matter is made up of the particles. Whatever the matter present around you, they made by the particles. Okay, for a long time there are different type of the school also, they are also prevailed, and they are also thinking thought that matter is a continuous like block, or some also say that they are like a particle of like sand, like that. Okay, let us perform some activities to decide whether it is a continuous blocks or particles. Okay, particulate. The first activity is activity number 1.1 here. Take a 100 ml beaker. Okay, fill half the beaker with the water and mark the level of the water on the beaker, and dissolve some salt or sugar with the help of the glass rod and observe the change in the water level. You are taking the half beaker of water and add some salt and water with the help of the glass rod, dissolve it, and what you think, what happened there? There is an increase or decrease in the level of water or any change? And where does it disappear? Suppose sugar and salt adding into the water, it will disappear. Where it disappears? Does it level of the water changes? The water level also changes, decreases, increases, whatever remains same as it is. Okay, what are the, in order to answer this question, we need to use the idea of the matter is made up of the particle. That means it gives the idea. Suppose the salt is dissolved in, that means it will disappear. Even sugar also dissolve it in a water and disappears. That means there is something that small particles are present which are disappear into the water. Made up of the particles, what was there in the spoon, salt or sugar, has now spread throughout the water, and this is the illustration in the figure number 1.1 here. Okay, that means whatever you are adding the sugar or salt, it is will be dissolved and it is disappear. That means there is something, a space in between them, they will be accumulated. Then the second next point is the how small are these particles of matter, how small. Okay, there is another activity is a 1.2 here. Take a 1 or a 2 or 3 crystal of the potassium permanganate and dissolve in a 100 ml of water. Take out the approximately 10 ml of this solution and put into the 90 ml of the clear water. Again take out the 10 ml of this solution and put into the another 90 ml of clear water. Keep diluting, that is called as a dilution. After dilution and dilution 5 or 8 times, is it water still color? Yes, that means there are the particles are so small. Okay, that is why after dilution 5 or 8 times also they can show the colors after dilution also. That means all the particles are very small in size. See the activity here. Okay, the extracting. This experiment shows that just a few crystals of the potassium permanganate can color the large volume of water, about 1000 liter. That is the few crystals, 2 or 3 crystals can color the 1000 liter water also. That means they spread all over the water. So conclude that there must be millions of the tiny particles. Tiny means the very small particles in a just one crystal of potassium permanganate, which keep on dividing themselves into the smaller and smaller particles. The same activity can be done by using also, you can use instead of the potassium permanganate, you can also use the Dettol liquid. It will also show the after dilution it will show the smell. Smell can be detected after every repeated dilution. That means here the particle of matter are very small. They are small beyond our imagination. That means it is very small. Okay. Then the next point, the characteristics of the particle of the matter. Then what are the characteristics of the particle of matter? Suppose first point is the particles of the matter, they have the space in between them. Okay, second point. Okay, and today we will stop here and we will see the next session. The particles of matter are continuous moving, they have the energy and they have the space in between them. Okay, different type of the characteristics of the particle. Okay, today we will stop here. Thank you.